All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video and to share this video with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. Now, as we jump into this video and everything we're going to discuss, the top 3 stocks I'm watching now, I want to share with you guys the opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord, as well as the opportunities that we maximize from that turned out to be home runs, right? Because 20% plus in a single day is by definition to me and how I state a home run. Well, we turned out to get a 20% plus home run on the day as well as a 200% plus on the day. So let's go ahead and look at this. And if this is something you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So we have NURO, we have MEDS, BHAT, and BBIG. These were the stocks I was watching this morning over at the Discord, and these turned out to be home runs. NURO, MEDS, and the others gave us 5 to 10% jumps, nearly 10 to 15% jumps at their highs. So let's go ahead and look at how these stocks performed. And I'm also going to share with you guys how NURO performed yesterday, since when we have been watching this one. So I mentioned this one in the pre-market and it started to build momentum. I was actually looking at it pretty flat and it looked like an opportunity to go ahead and get in on this while there was consolidation. It could either collapse or push upwards. It started to push upwards, consolidated again, and took off to a highest point on the day of 200% plus. And MEDS pulled back, since I mentioned it in the pre-market as it was falling, pulled back and jumped up, giving jumps of 10 to 15% and a highest point of 20% plus, guys. This was phenomenal. Now, today, NURO, we caught this one in the 13s, and we started watching this one since yesterday, right? This turned out to be our home run yesterday since the 3s, guys. Since 384, it jumped up, pulled back down, and just took off all day, giving a highest point of 300% plus. And between yesterday to today, it has given a total amount of 500% plus between the 2 points we started watching it, but from its all-time low all the way to today's highs of nearly $39 and some change, this is given 1000% plus in 2 days. That's a 10x jump, guys. This is amazing, beyond expectations. This doesn't happen every single day, and it's impossible to catch a stock from the bottom and ride it all the way up. The point is to look for opportunities that have momentum. That's what I do every single day, and try to ride the momentum and get my piece of the pie as a trader and investor that I look for every single day. My daily goal is 5 to 10%. Anything above that is phenomenal, 10 to 20, and a home run is 20% plus. And these have gone out beyond expectations, and that's something you can become part of. If you want to know what stocks I watch daily, the link is down below in the description to the Discord. And just to go ahead and give you guys a friendly reminder, this is more of a realistic expectation, anywhere from 10 to 15%, 20% plus, anything like that. Not the hundreds or 200s. It's just been that way. It's been a phenomenal week, and it's been this way since last week on Friday. We've been trading AEHR as well. And I mean, it's just been a phenomenal ride to the upside, catching the dips and selling the rips. So what are the stocks, the top 3 stocks I'm watching right now, and what is it that I like about them and what I'm looking at in their charts? So the first one's AMC, guys. AMC seemed to have double bottomed here and took off, right? And it's hit a high so far of $46, and it's pulling back down. Now, a lot of investors would agree with me, the ones that really are focused in on this, that the short squeeze has not begun, and that's not a short squeeze. That was retail investors pushing up the momentum. And in between all of that, I would say that some type of short squeeze formed, but it's not the real squeeze. It's more like some shorts were covering, but nothing significant to say that it squeezed it. If anything, this is more buying pressure than a squeeze. Now, it hit lows here of about $31, and it showed some strength above $30. The reason why I want to watch this stock now more than ever is because it's pulling back again, and the question is, will it consolidate or continue to pull back? As long as this stock stays above $30, there is phenomenal strength from the bulls and apes end, and this could continue to push higher. forcing the shorts eventually to cover and create that squeeze that's going to be phenomenal in the eyes of the apes and the bulls, and every single investor is looking to push forward, right? So we saw this pulling back. A lot of investors were expecting it, and now it's getting very volatile, and we're kind of in the middle from the highs and from the lows. And the question is there going to be strength or further weakness? And this is why I'm watching this one very closely. $30, $31 is significant, and our resistance is $46.45, and then all the way up here at $49. I would just round that up to $50 to let us know how much more strength the bulls have. And once this starts to squeeze, I mean, resistance levels are going to be broken through significantly. Now, the other stock that I'm watching like very closely is one that I've talked about. This doesn't have as much momentum as these other stocks, but it's pushing upwards, right? I've been watching this one towards the bottom. It jumped back up. It was pulling back down, and it almost like double bottom, right? But it hit a newer low, and it's popped up. So what I'm really looking at with UPH is further weakness if it goes back down and retest these lows, or consolidation at these newer highs, creating some type of move. Let's just say consolidates, move up to here, no longer testing these lows, and creating like a staircase effect to reach newer highs and new resistance levels, because analysis price target ratings point this one above $10. We're below it. There's at least, based off analysis price target ratings, anywhere from 30% to 40% upside just where it's at right now. And from the lows, about 40 to 70% plus upside potential. So this is definitely a stock I've been watching. It's very speculative, just like AMC, just like any other, but definitely want to do more research on and understand. It's been attacked by shorts as well, a lot of selling pressure and so forth because it's a SPAC, but I believe that there's opportunity just based off the technicals, and it is a time to be watching this for further weakness or strength before the next catalyst that can push this up to the upside. So what's the other stock that I'm watching? Well, it's a stock that I've been actually trading since yesterday, since I'm a momentum trader, and that is NURO. Now this stock, as I'm speaking right now, and I've been watching it right now in the after hours, it's actually jumped up, right? It hit new lows here of about $18 and some change. It's jumped up and it hit highs here of about $23.30. So it's picked up some momentum in the after hours. Usually when that happens, sometimes, not all the time, I'm not guaranteeing that. You definitely have to do your due diligence and watch this carefully. It can continue the momentum into the next day, specifically in the pre-market. So when you see here, right, you could see that it jumped up yesterday after hours and it consolidated, and then it started to work its way up in the pre-market. So if it shows strength going into tomorrow, it could almost be a repetition of history and start to push itself up to newer highs. I'm not sure if the momentum can be the same, because now it takes a lot more buying pressure, a lot more capital to push a stock at $22, then a stock at $12, and then a stock down here at $3. But I will be watching it, and its highest point so far was up here nearly at $39. So this is definitely something to watch carefully, and the higher it goes, the riskier it gets. But this momentum here, I really found it interesting, and it's definitely a stock I'm going to be watching now and probably for the rest of the week. So definitely a stock to watch. A lot of great news behind it. Definitely do your research and due diligence to further understand what's moving it. But right now, this is more of technicals and momentum, volume type of trade than anything else, because it is pushing upside, but we've seen how fast it moves up and how fast it can pull down. And right now, this is the first pullback we've seen since the bullish run, since yesterday's pre-market run and the rest of the day. It continued into the next day. This is the first big pullback that we've seen, and it's already pushing upwards, almost looking like a setup before the next bull run. It's just the question is, how far could the bull run go if it does, or if this is just a bull trap and it's going to go into further weakness. That's why definitely something to watch with caution. Very speculative, but one of the top stocks I'm watching this week and for the rest of the week moving forward. Now, another stock that I'm watching, which I stated I was going to share 3, and I already have, I'm going to share a bonus stock, is a stock that I've talked about plenty of times and it's touched down these lows and it's jumped back up a little bit, right? So it is pay safe, guys. PSFE. This is a stock that I've talked about. The closer it gets to $10, the bigger the opportunity. It touched 979, hit those lows, and bounced back up. I've done endless videos, and towards the second half of the videos, talking about this one, and I've talked about all the innovations that can come with this stock and the opportunities and everything that they can do with their market share. Even though they're pretty small in their niche, they can get their piece of the pie. PSFE is definitely a stock at these levels that I would be watching, and I'm going to be looking for either further strength, consolidation, or even weakness to retest these lows and see if it either double bottoms, let's just say in the future after a week or so or days from now, it double bottoms and bounces back up, building more momentum and catching this between $9 to $10, because the last low was down here at 10.09 and now it touched 9.79. So, when you catch it down here as a long-term investor and you catch it down here and you're building your position and you don't do anything when this is happening, that's fine. It all depends on if you're a swing trader, long-term trader, but you're keeping your average cost as an investor as low as possible. And that's how investors maximize their profit opportunities. So it's definitely something to be aware of as an investor. And this is why I talk about certain stocks at certain points. And this is one of those, catching the dip per se, right? Now, the other stocks that I've talked about, UPH is almost like catching the dip per se. And AMC could be the same thing if it goes back to the 30s or breaks below it. And then we have NURO. This is a little bit more volatile. It's actually at pretty high extended levels, and it's all about catching that momentum. But this is definitely one of those buy the dips, quote unquote, sell the rips. You just have to do your due diligence and research to understand the company. And are you willing to buy further dips if it goes any lower? Because that's one of the biggest things as an investor you need to ask yourself when you're getting committed to build an investment portfolio or position that you're looking to grow over time, guys. And analysis ratings point this one to the upside as well. So that's something to be aware of. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on any of the stocks I mentioned. If not, enlighten you guys why they're the stocks I'm watching, why I like them, why I'm adding to my positions if I am, and what it is that attracted me to their charts and what I'm seeing. So thank you so much for watching, and let's make some money.